Hello, everybody, and welcome to a Mythic Invitational Qualifier run for the draft event. Get started. Best of 3, 7 match wins before 3 match losses qualifies for day 2. And we are off to a great start with one of the best rares in the set, Wedding Announcement. Not really a splashable rare, but still a very powerful one. If you play it on turn 3, you're very likely to win. After that, Fell Stinger is pretty good. Bleed Dry is great. Not sure which one I would pick one between the two of them. Probably Bleed Dry because it's just so important to have, but Fell Stinger's really close, so I wouldn't fault someone for taking it. And then Lunar Rejection and Wizard are both good, but I think worse than Fell Stinger and Bleed Dry. It's also nice that we're not passing any good white cards.
Yeah.
You heading out?
Yep.
Have a good break.
You as well. Hopefully we're back here in the spring.
Oh, yeah. See you soon, bud. My friend from my floor is heading out of town. Oh my gosh, getting past Mirror Hall Mimic. What's going on here? This card is a beast. Just copying any creature on the battlefield is really good. It doesn't even have to be only your creature, and then you can disturb it. So, off to a great start with 2 powerful rares. And the back half of that one's really good as well. So, blue-white is a great deck. It's going to be kind of hard to shift me out of blue-white now that I have 2 strong reasons. Might even wheel Geistlight Snare, which is really good in blue-white. Nurturing Presence is pretty solid in blue-white. Okay. Typically, I think the best card in this pack is the Wolfkin Outcast, and there's also a Wolf Strike. But given my start, I'm really happy just snapping up a Lantern Bearer. I don't think I need to get too complicated. I have such powerful cards. Basically, there's a curve in terms of the power level of your deck, where the early picks are so much more powerful than the late picks, that if you get 2 strong picks like this, it's worth like warping your draft around them to just build around them. So if I have 3 really good cards to start my draft, I don't really need to worry about making playables or things like that. I'm going to be able to get playables, and I have the power to compete. And now another Lantern Bearer. I'm pretty much locked into blue, really hoping to play white. Blue-white is a good color combination. I don't really want to move off of the Wedding Announcement. It works really well with the Lantern Bearers. Okay. There's an Undead Butler, but it's just much worse than the Wedding Announcement. The blue cards, Wash Away is not a card I'm a huge fan of, just because double blue is kind of hard to get sometimes, makes things awkward. Heron Blessed Geist is pretty good in blue-white specifically. I'm not a huge fan of Adamant Will, mostly because you can't use it to protect against Bleed Dry, and so if you're playing against a black deck, you can't really use this to protect against removal, because they could just Bleed Dry you. Steelclad Spirit's fine, but I'm not as big of a fan if I'm trying to be assertive and things like that. 5-mana 3/3 flyer that gets a couple 1/1s when it dies is pretty nice. Butler's the best card in the pack, but I like just trying to get into blue-white. Typically, Scattered Thoughts would be the best card in this pack, but with my more assertive-looking deck, I'm leaning towards a Nurturing Presence or a Heron Blessed Geist. I'm probably just going to take the Presence. Works decently with 2 Lantern Bearers. Works well with the Heron Blessed Geist. And you don't need as many 5-drops. Geist can be okay, though. Just don't think I need to prioritize getting multiples, whereas a few Nurturing Presences in the deck can be fine. Kind of rewarded. There's another Geist. Winged Portent. Draw a card for each creature with flying. 1, 2, 3, 4 flyers already. I still don't think I want this card, especially without being able to use the green part, because it's just, even if I drew like 2 cards sometimes, it's still just super awkward. So getting another Geist. This is why default into a cheaper card is nice, because I'm fine playing 2 Geists. I just don't really have to prioritize them. Seeing some green. I don't love the Shield Basher. It does work decently with Lantern Bearer, but I like this deck a lot right now. We kind of just put the blinders on after our first 2 picks, but I think that's fine to do sometimes in certain situations. Now we just make a curve consideration pick / only white card in the pack. Get a 2-drop to help with our curve outs. Vampire Slayer is totally fine. Not a huge fan of the Killer, Guest. Lantern of the Lost hurts us a lot because we have a few, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 cards to care about the graveyard of our 7, so quite a lot. We're going to be able to pretty easily make playables, I would say. So far, we have a lot of spirits. Griff Rider, not my favorite. It is a flyer for like a flyers deck. Chill of the Grave actually worked pretty well in this style of deck, even though I don't have a lot of zombies. Because I'm like racing in the air. So I could see taking that. I think it's better than Griff Rider. I don't think I'm going to play any of these cards though, realistically. I might as well include it for now. All my cards are pretty reasonable right now. Gonna take Presence. Heron of Hope is a card that's fine in like decks that have Traveling Ministers, but I really don't like the card when you don't have Traveling Minister because it's just super clunky and slow before that. Even though I have a lot of spirits, this card's still not good. Like, even if I was guaranteed to have this with Flash, it still wouldn't be that great. And Nurturing Presence is pretty good. Works well with a lot of my themes, with my Herons. I have Lantern Bearers to put it on. But I'd probably rather put it on a ground creature. And another Vampire Slayer is fine. Just getting a great curve right now. Ho ho ho, vampires beware. So yeah, so far just a good curve, good powerful cards, couple bombs. Don't currently have any removal. I'm gonna take Spirit over Wash Away just because if I'm in a matchup where I need to be defensive, I could see playing this. And I also have enough auras that this could maybe consistently attack. So maybe I need it for that reason. Oh. This card's really good. But I don't think I'm going to be able to play it. Then again, there's nothing in this pack for me. I don't want any of these cards. I don't even want the knife. So I might as well speculate in case I get past like some other absurd green card. So I can just make some crazy transition. Like blue wasn't crazily open in pack 1, but it was open enough. And I have the Mirror Hall Mimic, and I have good synergy across my colors. Moving into green makes it look just awkward because I don't really want to play green-white. And I don't really want to play green-blue. And I would have to be giving up some powerful cards anyway. But if I do get past, like, an Averbrook Caretaker this next pack, I could see doing it. Well, this card's absolutely absurd in my deck. I have 2 Nurturing Presences, 2 Lantern Bearers to put on it already, and I'll probably find more stuff, so very easy. Storm Chaser Drake. After that, I would probably take the statue. Because I do have some 5-drops to ramp into, but Drake is just perfect. Seeing a lot of black in this pack. I'll have to take another Heron Blessed Geist, I guess, over the Serpentine Ambush. All 3 of these black cards are quite good. Not surprised the person... I mean, I'm kind of surprised nobody's in black because I was passing some solid black cards. I mean, I already have 14 cards for a deck. And so I can just be calm and slowly pick up a few more here and there. Chip away at the playable count. Oh my gosh, Giralf is such a beating. This card is so good. Even though in my deck it's maybe not as good, it's just like having it in play means that if they ever use your removal spell, I can protect it, or I can give any of my creatures flying. And yeah, this card is just great. I like Traveling Minister a good amount as well. Cradle of Safety would be solid with all of my auras cards. Another Spirit will probably wheel. Giralf is just super good. Don't love the Binding Geist, but it's probably the best card in the pack. Heron of Hope, again, not really good in my deck. Don't love the Geist. I don't know. Well, I will say that a one copy of Sell-Off and Tumor actually could be okay because I have so many Disturb cards and Graveyard Matters cards. So maybe I'll pick one of those up on the wheel. Stitched Assistant works well with the Lantern Bearers and maybe those 1/1s from that thing, or my random Disturb creatures. Witness the Future, not really a card I need to prioritize. Don't like the Perish Blade Trainee. Ooh, nice little flyer. Cruel Witness is a pretty good card. I like it. 4-mana 3/3 flyer. I don't have super powerful white cards, but I do have the synergy across color. Get the Sell-Off and Tumor. Like, I have a bunch of cards that are good to discard. Skywarp Scob. These cards want to exile themselves. I don't really have that many creatures to actually get rid of in my graveyard, but I don't really want the Shield Basher, so I can just treat this as a gravy if it ever comes up. I could also technically ditch white if I open another really good green card. But seeing as a lot of my 2-drops are in white, it's going to be kind of hard to justify that. I'm just going to take the Undead Butler. I'm never playing Serpentine Ambush. Ooh. Guess I'll take Steel Cloud over Cradle. Okay, what do we have here? Not my favorite. Really like the Drox tree. Great 2-drop. Not gonna play that. Maybe Wheel Nurturing Presence. Distracting Geist. Not a huge fan there. Scatter Thoughts is not my favorite either in this sort of deck. I like Catgeist. Probably better than Evolving Wilds. Now we get an Evolving Wilds. There's an egg, but I don't have only one exploit guy. And I guess Geralf. Maybe it's worth taking the egg. Wash Away is a counterspell. I think I just want another Sell-Off and Tumor. Another Cruel Witness. Maybe I'll regret not taking the Evolving Wilds. But at the end of the day, it's an Evolving Wilds, and if I get one more Stitched Assistant to the next few picks, then it'll look really good, because I only make with 2 sack outlets is medium, but with 3 it's actually pretty good. Sell-Off and Tumor's looking pretty good in this deck. I would love to take a Thalia, especially because I have so many creatures. But I have to just get a removal spell. Oh my gosh, Thalia would be sick in this deck. I'll take Siphon Essence in case I come up against a bomber that I need to have a counterspell for. Like a Dreadfeast Demon or something. I'll just sideboard it in when necessary. My last chance to see a Stitched Assistant to make this Biolemag really pop. Gosh, I wish I could have that Thalia. Oh my gosh, another Biolemag. Don't want 3 sell-offs. Don't want another Geist. Nurturing Presence for Distracting Geist. Not a huge fan of Geist. It's kind of clunky and slow sometimes. Let's take this for the sideboard. Okay. Time for the deck build. I think I want 6 2-drops that are creatures. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Don't think I need any of the Vampire Slayers. Don't need all of those. Probably still want 17 lands. Leaning towards blue, of course. Don't want the Binding Geist. That card's kind of bad. I have a few zombies now, so Chill of the Grave is actually okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 2-drops, including a couple Steelclad Spirits, but I have enough ores that they can probably attack a decent amount of the time. I think the Bioloom eggs are pretty nice because they give me some nice power. They're just good defensive bodies as well. Yeah, I think this is going to be the build. See how we do. Check you out in the matches.
It is once again time to shout out the P to the A to the TREON, patreon.com/NicolaiBolas, spicing up the credits section of this video. If you are enjoying my video, you want to find out more about supporting my content and helping our community continue to flourish, thrive, and grow, check out the description link to the Patreon page. It is a place where you can support my content directly, gain access to some cool rewards like my tier list for each set and other bonus content. And you can choose any amount you want. It really does have a lot of flexibility to it, and it can be canceled anytime if you decide you don't like my content anymore or whatever circumstances come up in life. It really is a great system for helping to support the creators you enjoy. Hopefully I can count myself among one of those, but regardless, I hope you're enjoying this video so far, and without further ado, let's get to the games.
Welcome to round 1. Play first. Good enough hand. This card can copy something. We only have a couple Nurturing Presences left in the deck. Okay, Snarling Wolf. They're off to a fast start. Not really good for us, but such is how it goes. Not really happy with how things are going right now. I mean, I kept a sketchy hand and have drawn only lands, so. Where was that guy 3 turns ago when I needed him? Probably have a braid or something. I mean, I have a lot of 2-drops in my deck. 3-drops as well. Hit me with the combat trick, I'm ready. If you have a combat trick, I'm probably just dead anyway. Okay, let's just hope this holds. That could be a really big draw. Ah! I can go block there, block there. I was hoping to hit another creature. Yeah. Oh, man. Just got off to too slow of a start. That's rough. Those three are pretty useless. Maybe I'll only want one or something. Can bring in Sanctify because I saw the Stensia Uprising. A 0/4 blocks their 3/3s pretty well. That was just unlucky, I think. I had an okay hand, and then they just turned out to be an aggro deck. And I didn't draw anything useful. This is keepable. It's again, I can't just afford to draw 3 lands or 4 lands in a row like I did last time, but certainly 2-drop, 3-drop, pretty nice start. I think I'm just going to go like this. I don't really want to sacrifice the 1/1 flyer I get from this. They have a braid, I think. Nope. gosh. I didn't see that card in game 1. Rats. Not happy about that. Get a little stuck on lands, which should make this easier. And this 0-4 holds him back pretty well. Take 2 or more creatures. I'm just going to attack with this guy. Because I don't just want to trade it off for a single thing. And once my guys all get buffed up, they'll be pretty effective. I think drawing a card is better than a random 2/2, I think, in most cases for my deck. So this screams +2/+2 combat trick. Pretty good here. Okay, we got the win. They have so many 2-drops. My 2-mana 3/3 should be good. My 2-mana 1/3 should be good. Not sure if I even need this thing. They have +3/+3. On the draw, I don't really want the presence as much. I'd much rather just have extra 2-drops. And I still have the one answer to Stensia Uprising. This is a good hand. If this trades off, I get an extra resource in my graveyard, so I'm fine trading this off earlier. Also fine taking 1 for a turn. I know they have Wolf Strike. What if they play like something scary? Oh. Hello. They could have the untapped combat trick again. Yep. Stensia Uprising. I'm doing this so I can draw a card to try and find my answer to Stensia Uprising. Also get rid of their Death Toucher. Oh, they have another Wolf Strike. Maybe not. I could really blow them out here. If they go for their gifter thing. Digging towards my answer to Stensia Uprising. Return clock in the air. Hope they don't have Wolf Strike. Okay, so they could... Oh no, they can't zap it anymore because it'll be more than 13. Get rid of their small guy, their Death Touch guy, so they can't draw Wolf Strike. Hit them for 6 this turn. So now they have to kill their own Hokan Mariner. Or my Cruel Witness, or I'll just take over. Oh, they played their land, so they can't zap my thing. GG. Though to be fair, making Hokan Mariner flipped every turn was going to be good enough, I think. Whew, got the win. After playing that game, I'm going to take out an extra Heron Blustgeist. I don't even need 3 of those. They are slow. Extra 2-drop just to make sure I don't die. Seems good. I think having a couple's fine. Ugh. Okay, we'll keep it on the play. Might be able to do some stuff with the Catgeist if they miss their 2-drop. Have the egg plus a sack outlet. That's nice. It's okay. Missed a land drop, but we'll be fine. Selhoff and Tumor will help us find our next land as well. Oh, I missed a point of damage. Dang it. That could matter. Whoops. Okay, that does nothing. Ooh, Lantern Bearer. That's good with the Catgeist. We'll take 3. Okay. They decided not to flip this. Wow, they happened to hit a zombie? That's unlucky for me. I've got 5 power flyers. No! Wow, missing that point of damage could cost me. Because they have this to deal 13 to me, and I could have killed them this turn. Oh no, I can copy that to... And I was 1 point off because this could give this 1/3 flying. think I got this, but I definitely punted it by not getting that 1 point of damage in earlier. I'm going to have about 10 different threats that could all be lethal on their own. I can put Lantern Bearer on something and play Giralf to get this guy flying. I'm gonna lose. Oh, it feels bad to punt. That 1 point of damage really made the difference. Gosh darn it. Oh, getting mana screwed and screwing it up. Dang it. I messed it up. I lost that one myself. Me, myself, and I'm gonna bring that in for their Cemetery Desecrator guy by cutting one of those. Well, that was just horrific. I missed a point of damage and lost the game because of it. I also could have taken a different line that would have been better probably at some point there. I wasn't really paying attention half that game. Not that I was like getting distracted by something outside of that. I just like for some reason didn't decide to pay attention. And I threw it away. Relatively straightforward win. Goes to Zip. Just terrible quality of play there. Missed 1 point of damage and then from that point on didn't play particularly great, I guess. I also missed like 3 land drops to start the game, so that was not helpful either. Don't know what I was supposed to do differently after the missed point of damage. Maybe I was supposed to get a Lantern Bearer down earlier, but they must have. They had to have removal for something. I don't know. Just not good. Man. Sucks to suck, as they say. Also, I might have just straight up lost that game to them hitting the stupid zombie that let them exploit their 4/4. And I'll hold up Siphon Essence and Catgeist. Sideboard for the win. Maybe I was supposed to put both of them on the Cruel Witness just so I could have a bigger threat, but diversifying my threats seems fine. Okay. So I have 7, so I can go Presence, 2-drop Catgeist, or Announcement for sure. No. So I want to play this turn. Gonna get greedy attacking with the other guys. In case they have like a bounce spell for this guy or something. Punished. Okay. Well, one more game. Let's see if we can get it done. This is a tough one. I feel really disappointed that I lost the first game because I forgot how Nurturing Presence worked. And now I'm like just hoping to have a nice solid game 3. My sideboard tech was able to counter the Cemetery Desecrator that time, but can't count on drawing that every time. I do have Wedding Announcement, and I have the copy thing. And if I can copy Cemetery Desecrator, that would be really good. I think I'm gonna mulligan this. Going to 5 is really bad, so I'm just gonna hope to draw 2 lands in my opening few cards. And otherwise, I'll just accept defeat. Come on, one more land. Their color screwed. We? No, they're not. Land ho! No! That's a shock. Just gonna get my Stitched Assistant value on. Don't need lands anymore. Okay, okay. Gonna have to Sigarda's Imprisonment this 113, I think. They want to syncopate this. I'm okay with that. Sure. I will ditch Nurturing Presence. Once this thing flips, I'll be in good shape. Okay. So they do get to use the Unhallowed Phalanx, but they were going to be able to sacrifice the Specimen anyway. Oh, they don't even choose to sack the Phalanx. So I can tap this thing down. I just want to wait for everything to be at 3/3 first. Okay, now that I've got everything up and running. Sure. So I can put this aura onto my Catgeist. Tap the Graph Reaver. If I tap it on my turn, it won't tap during the next turn or the turn after that. No, it's still only one turn, so I'll just tap it now. Didn't want to suicide one of my 2/2s just yet. Because if I can trade for the Repository Scab, then Because now my Tutu's going to attack freely. You gotta be kidding me. They literally hit 2 cards off that? That's insane. Luckily, I'll be able to exile this next turn, so they can't sack it. I'm enraged. I can't believe it. Every time Archpool hits something, that's the most tilting thing to me. The fact that they hit 2 out of 3 times. I mean, most of their cards look, a lot of their cards look like they're zombies. Like they have a decent number of them. It's just really frustrating that they, I mean, they can't possibly be very likely to hit 2 creatures. Sure. Okay. So there is now so if I hit them like this, they'll go down to 8. Block this, block this. Then they'll have to somehow play this and kill off their own Graph Reaver. So they play Diagraph, gain 2, go up to 3. Oh, I guess they could throw the Graph Reaver at me with their Catapult Captain. But then they don't have the mana to kill Biolume Serpent. Oh, okay. So they also have to throw this at me on their next upkeep. Is there a creature big enough to kill my 5/5? There is. Four blockers, 6 attackers. They can't deal with all of them. Yes. Got there. Whew. Close one. I botched game one. I mean, I botched it less extremely. I missed 1 point of damage, which turned out to be a lot, but it was an easy point to catch. But on to round 3. The more I play the deck, the more I want to cut the Heron Blessed Geists. I already am down to 2, I think, though. Yeah, 2 is probably fine for the main deck. Just so I have to make sure I always have stuff to do. I have the 2 sell-off and tumors still. Sajmiri. We meet again. The Battle of the Bolas. Okay, we'll keep this. Keep in mind, last game we kept a 1-lander on the draw. That was insane. Got our egg stitched assistant combo. I will want my removal spell at some point. So next turn I can play Cruel Witness. And then the turn after that I can play my Stitch Assistant Scry to hit a land. Or just play another Cruel Witness. But I can sack this thing. And play 2 spells in a turn. Yep. Take 5. They'll need more blood if they want to keep attacking me, though. So they don't have any spells to cast. Sure. Okay. They have Syncopate for 1. I'd rather they Syncopate the Vampire Slayer. Blockers. Got my wedding announcement coming up. Sure. letting them make this thing flying would be a big mistake. I'm almost surprised that they played that, because making it into a 5/3 flyer would have been pretty good. This thing is a problem. Okay, here it comes into the sky. Oh, no, they're sacrificing the socialite. Maybe I should have played that instead of, like, activated that. I forgot I had it. But as soon as I played this guy, I was like, oh, I could have just used my mana more efficiently. Not great. Not great indeed. Now that's odd to me. Oh, I guess they have a decent amount of flyer and stuff. Hoping they don't have another removal spell. Max punished. Feels bad, man. Feels terrible. Man. So they're at a functional 10. Dang it. I was just playing the odds. I think that was my best chance of winning, was hoping they didn't have something there. They're at 8. They have 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I wonder if I could have done something differently there. I don't think so. I guess the key thing was when I mean, I didn't get a blood token from that one thing. Oh man. Just counting on them not having a removal spell. My deck can't really beat Whispering Wizard. Just bringing in all my more late game oriented cards. Adding extra Heron Blessed Geist. Counterspell. Playing the Dreadlight monstrosity thing. Try to get an extra land so I can go. Do they have Gift of Fangs? Whew. There's a chance I should have just not risked them having Gift of Fangs. So unlucky that I didn't draw a land there. Gosh, I would have been in such good shape. It would have been so good. If I just hit a land. Gosh, do they have Syncopate? Oh my gosh. I'm enraged the way this game has gone. It would have been so easy to win if I had just drawn one extra light. We're taking 4 a turn. My 0-4 lines up well against their Graph Reaver. Of course they drew Diagraph Scavenger in one of their 2 draw steps. Why wouldn't they? Gosh darn it. Oh ho ho ho, hello. Jeez Louise. You gotta be kidding me. Their deck is insane. So I can kill them in 2 turns with my Serpent. Just praying they don't have something this turn. Okay, I'm pretty much dead if this turn doesn't go well, but... they could tap it. Gosh, that was close. Don't really want to go for the nurturing presences again. Don't really need the vampire slayers. Don't need the steel-clad spirits. Let's run it back. Okay, we'll keep it. Fat guys tend to chill at the grave. Pretty good start if we hit a land. Monstrosity can do some work, maybe. No, the Lantern Bearer. I really need to hit a land. Wow, they didn't have a second land drop. Holy heck, if I hit a land here, I can notice win. Okay, so I've got as much card advantage as I could muster. Got rid of their lifelinker. Sure. They probably have a death touch guy. No, they do not. Interesting. We could syncopate this for one. I'm fine with that. No. I'm only going to attack with this, because if I attack with this, then it'll trade off, which I don't want. Got my Siphon Essence up. Yes. Got another win. Cruising. We are cruising.